Welcome back to a brand new episode of the High Risk HCIM account. I've had a lot of you guys asking what are the rules for the account. The rules are currently on screen now. Obviously these rules I try to abide by whilst I do in fact play the account. With obviously the end goal of going back into PvP worlds later on down the line when I've got more risk on the account. The stats at the end of last episode are currently on screen now. We're in a great position right now, looking great with our stats, especially our combat stats. But today I have plans to increase our combat stats and knock out 43 prayer. By doing so, this means we have to go into PvP worlds or into the wilderness, so why not kill two birds with one stone and go to Chaos Druids in the wilderness and knock out 43 prayer with the Ensouled Heads. That's what we're going to be grinding out today, guys. Hopefully in this episode we don't die. If you aren't already, don't forget to subscribe and turn on notifications so you never miss another upload or a stream. I'd very much appreciate you guys coming out to streams, would mean a lot. Obviously you get to see the content early on there in the episodes, so definitely worth coming by and doing. Really do hope you guys all enjoyed today's episode, and I'll catch you all in the future episodes to come. To kickstart this episode, guys, I'm actually going to go and complete the easy clue scroll I got in the last episode. So yeah, let's go and complete this real quick. Hopefully we don't die. Obviously PvP world starting off in a very risky location, but yeah, hopefully get lucky as well from the clue scroll. Step number 1, completed. Step number 2, completed. Step number 3, completed, and that's the casket. Wish me luck, folks. Don't forget some vestment robes. Firelighters, well, that was absolutely garbage loot. Going to go questing now, knock out a bunch of quests, get our stats up as much as possible, and then I'll probably go to Agility Pyramid and make a bunch of money. Jungle Potion completed, 17 Herblore. Now I'm going to go and complete Dig Site, and then that should get me a ton more Herblore XP, and then I'll probably do Recruitment Drive as well, get even more Herblore XP. That is the Dig Site completed. 35 mining and 21 Herblore, some very nice levels there. On to the next quest now, time to do Recruitment Drive. Black Knight's Fortress completed, 3 quest points and 2,500 coins, nice. That also now allows me to do Recruitment Drive, so yeah, let's go do it. Recruitment Drive completed, 28 prayer, 22 Herblore, very, very nice. Going to take a break from questing now, guys, and go and start on the agility training, get Agility Pyramid. Obviously, I'm going to need a ton of money for this episode, and making a ton of money whilst doing it is going to be absolutely amazing for the account. A bunch of agility levels and a bunch of money. 50 agility. Now I have access to the Fire Dog course, not going to do it, but made a great bit of money so far. Time to continue doing this until 60, and then we'll probably go and do something else. 55 agility. Going to take a break from agility now, folks, and actually go and get some runes for Ensouled Heads. Going to need a bunch of soul runes, a bunch of nature runes, stuff like that. So going to take a trip to the Worldy Bank and buy a bunch of law runes and cosmic runes as well as nature runes. And then I'll go back to questing. Obviously I want to get 70 agility at some point, but for now I think 55 agility is going to be quite nice. Obviously got a bunch of cash so far, so I think if we get back on the questing we can try and knock out 28 range and finally be able to train power prayer to 43 in PvP worlds. So yeah, let's go and do it. Right guys, it's finally time to go to the wilderness, to the Worldy Bank. Hopefully, wish me luck, hopefully we don't get caught by any PKs, cause I'll be screwed. There we go, made it to the major bank without any issues at all. So yeah, let's go buy a bunch of runes now. Managed to buy a ton of runes. 1,000 law runes should last me forever, even if I make teleport tiles for when I'm out on the PvP world. Bunch of cosmics for jewelry, obviously, and then a bunch of nature runes for Ensouled Heads, same as the body runes. Just need soul runes now, and then I can do the Ensouled Heads. But yeah, I'm also going to go back to Lumbridge and actually go and buy a bone crossbow and about 20,000 bone bolts. That should be useful when we hit 28 range after Shadow of the Storm. 45 magic. Now I have access to the Camelot spell, which is very nice. Obviously, against Camelot a lot easier now, which would be so nice for the account. That is the Fight Arena completed. 44 attack, 39 thieving. I'm now actually going to go and do Ghost Ahoy. I need 31 prayer so that I can go and do Scorpion Catcher, which get me 6 strength levels. Ghost Ahoy and get the Ectofile now. Hopefully that'll get me to 31 prayer. If it doesn't, we'll also go and do Making History as well, which should definitely get me 31 prayer then. Managed to get an easy clue scroll, so yeah, let's try and complete it real quick. Hopefully we'll be able to complete it and not obviously die in the PvP worlds to somebody. So yeah, step number 1, completed. Step number 2, completed. Step number 3, completed. Step number 4, completed for the casket. Hopefully get something decent from the casket. Coins, I'll take the coins, better than nothing. Kind of a terrible clue to be fair, but it's better than nothing. Ghost Ahoy completed. 30 prayer, and that is also the Ectofile as well, which is very useful teleport for the account in the future. Obviously, if I do ever decide to use the Ectofunctus for my prayer training in the future, that will have to be done in PvP worlds. But yeah, let's go and knock out this final level of prayer now. Let's go and do Making History, which should get me that last final level I need for Scorpion Catcher. Making History completed. 31 prayer. Can now go and complete Scorpion Catcher. Scorpion Catcher completed. 34 strength. Going to take a break from the quests now for a little bit and go and knock out the Riskiest Favor and also the Hideous Favor to 100%. The Riskiest Favor will be for the Insult Heads for the prayer grind, and obviously Hideous 100% will get me a bunch of farming levels, so that'll be quite nice for future farming grinds. But yeah, let's grind those out, and then I'll probably go and knock out the Shadow of the Storm crest line. So that means Demon Slayer and the Golem needs to be completed as well, and then I can finally do Shadow of the Storm and finally start training our range and our prayer up at the same time. Right guys, it's going to be 100% Hideous Favor coming on in, very nice. Managed to get all the way to 15 farming as well, which is nice for when we do start our farming grinds. But yeah, let's go and knock out the Riskiest Favor now to 100%. Right guys, here is the final book at the Riskiest Favor. There we go. That is 100% Riskiest Favor, very nice. We're now doing Soul Heads for our prayer training in the future. Now I'm going to go and complete the Shadow of the Storm quest line. So that's Demon Slayer, Golem, and then Shadow of the Storm. That'll get me all the way to 28 range, and then we can finally go and train our prayer up to 43 in PvP worlds. Also managed to get all the way to 47 magic from 45 with the books at the Riskiest Favor, which is very nice to do. Demon Slayer completed, that's Silverlight. Time to do the Golem crest now. That is the Golem completed. Time to do Shadow of the Storm now. Managed to talk to the historian for the kudos. Managed to get an XP lamp, going to use that into Herblore. That is 24 Herblore. Also, if you come and talk to the information clerk after doing a few of the quests, you can actually get 1k mining XP, which is also quite nice to have for your account. There we go, Agrif Nor has been defeated. Going to use the XP into range. There we go, straight to 28 range, very nice. And that is Shadow of the Storm completed, 28 range. Can now equip our bone crossbow, and you know what that means? We can now start training our prayer and our range in PvP worlds, so that's going to be so nice for later. Let's go train our range now. Now that I'm 28 range, it is finally time to go and start on our prayer grind and our range grind. Obviously, I'm going to be doing this in PvP worlds in the wilderness. Going to be into Chaos Druids and using the Insult Heads. And obviously got a bunch of runes to do. Need about 60 Insult Heads. Obviously, they should also get me a bunch of herbs as well for Herblore. But yeah, pillar rules of the account, like I say, we have to do it in either PvP worlds or in the wilderness. So why not kill two birds with one stone and do it both at the same time and do our prayer training in the wilderness. I also want to get to 43 prayer, unlock all our protection prayers, which would be nice for the future grinds I want on the account. And yeah, hopefully get a bunch of range levels, hopefully get 40 plus range. But yeah, let's get grinding, hopefully we don't die, and hopefully we don't get many hunters after me whilst doing this. 30 range, 35 range, 40 range, can now equip Green Dragonhide, very nice, massive upgrade for the account. Gonna take a break now from the prayer grind, obviously got to 33 prayer as well whilst doing this. And then go knock out a few quests real quick, and then I'll come back to the prayer grind later in the episode. Managed to only see one PK so far, hopefully we don't get to see any more. Vampire Slayer completed, 3 quest points, and that is 45 attack. Poor Sign of Interest completed, 1000 Slayer XP. Which gets me to 16 Slayer, which is very nice. I can now go to Twisted Banshees to AFK my range training in the future for Hard Clue Scrolls, which will be quite nice for the account. And also 30 Slayer points, not bad for future skip tasks on the account. Earns the chicken completed. Going to take a break from the questing grind now, guys, and go and knock out some Herblore. Got a bunch of herbs in the bank, just get a couple of levels there. And then I'll probably do a few Slayer tasks. Need 18 Slayer so I can do Animal Manticism. So need at least 1 or 2 tasks to do so I can get 18 Slayer. 25 Herblore, 30 Herblore. Now time to go and get our first ever Slayer task on the account. Hopefully it'll be a good task, and then we should be able to do Animal Manticism. First ever Slayer task on the account is going to be 38 Goblins, pretty easy, hopefully. I don't think that'll get me to 18 Slayer, but a nice task to start off with. 18 Slayer, that is the final requirement I needed for Animal Manticism, so yeah, we can finally get the Average Attractor and Accumulator. Animal Manticism completed, 21 Slayer, 31 Crafting. And we now have access to the Attractor and the Accumulator. I'll get the Accumulator when I'm actually 50 range. But yeah, massive upgrade for the account, especially for the Bone Bolts. Gonna go back to the range training now. Go back to our prayer training as well. And yeah, hopefully we don't die to any PKs whilst we're doing it. 45 range. 50 range. Now have access to the Average Accumulator, which is a nice upgrade over the Attractor. Currently 36 prayer, so very close to our first protection prayer. Here it is, folks. Protect from Magic unlocked. Now finally have access to Protect from Magic, very nice. First protection prayer unlocked in PvP worlds. Hopefully we'll be able to get the other 2 protection prayers as well in this episode. And hopefully not die to any PKs. Not seen that many PKs yet. And that is 40 prayer, which is now Protect from Range unlocked, which is very nice. 3 more levels until Protect from Melee. But also Protect from Range means we can now actually go to Crazy Archaeologist in the future. Going to take a break from the prayer grind for a little bit and go and knock out a few quests, which should hopefully get me to 43 prayer. So the first quest I'm going to do is actually the Giant Dwarf. The Giant Dwarf completed, 2 quest points, 36 mining, 34 smithing, 33 crafting. Very nice levels. Time to do Spirits of Elid now. Spirits of Elid completed. 42 prayer, 40 thieving. Very huge levels there. 95k XP away from 43 prayer. Mountain Daughter completed, 2 quest points. And we've got a bunch of prayer XP there, which is very nice. But yeah, we also got the Bear Head, which is nice for defense bonuses. And that is 55 range. 43 prayer, there we go, prepare for melee, unlocked, very nice. You can finally get out of PvP worlds and the wilderness. We no longer need to grind our prayer training for a very long time. But for now, 43 prayer is all I need. That'll help me massively with questing. To finish off this episode, guys, going to knock out a bunch of herb lore training. Got tons of herbs from the Chaos Druid grind. Should hopefully get to 38 herb lore, which will get me prayer potions. 35 herb lore. With all the herbs, I managed to get all the way to 40 herb lore. Very nice. Obviously managed to make a bunch of prayer potions as well, which will help us nicely for the future of the account with bossing and stuff. I hope you guys all enjoyed the progress in today's episode. Managed to make a lot of progress this episode, which is very nice and will set us up nicely for the future episodes of the account. The stats at the end of this episode are currently on screen now. Thankfully we managed to get 42 prayer, which has put us in a nice position for future questing, bossing and even other grinds I have on the account. If you aren't already, don't forget to subscribe and turn on notifications so you never miss an upload or a stream of the series. Hopefully in the next episode we'll get a lot more done and be able to survive the next episode.